Hello friends, this is DMC and this is my coffee of the month video for November, and once again a lot of coffees I've reviewed this month, and I've got them in some sort of order. So we'll start with the Barn Coffee Roasters Berlin Leo Taraga Ethiopian coffee. This was a very drinkable Ethiopian coffee, this one. Nothing distinct about it, but I think that's what I quite liked about it. I thought this one was a really great coffee, this one, and it scored a 4.25 out of 5. Next we have the Waitrose Colombian Supremo. Very bitter, that coffee, a bit burnt and stale. It's basically just an average supermarket coffee though, so that one scored a 2.75 out of 5. Next we had the Caffeinato La Melodia coffee beans, and this one was a Colombian, I believe. Yeah, Colombian coffee, Tolima, Colombia. And that one, clean and fresh, a real quality coffee, a really enjoyable Colombian coffee, that one, and that one scored a 4.25 out of 5. Next, one of the low points of the month was the Al Cafe Classic House blend from Aldi. And this one was just stale and bland. It's not the worst, but it's really below average coffee, this one. I think it's around £1.50, and for that sort of price, as I say, it's not the worst coffee in the world, but really not a very good coffee at all, that one. Next we have another one from the Barn Coffee Roasters. This was the El Mirador Guatemalan coffee, and this one was really fruity with a sort of sweet candy floss hint to it. A very distinct tasting Guatemalan coffee, that one, and that scored a 4 out of 5. So moving on, next we had the Tesco Espresso coffee beans. Pleasant enough, if not bland, for an espresso coffee, this one. I was a little bit disappointed with it, and it scored a 3 out of 5. Next we have another coffee from the Barn Berlin, and this was the Gatora AA Kenyan coffee beans, and this one was really vibrantly fruity but creamy at the same time and full bodied. It was quite acidic, this coffee, and that one scored a 4.25 out of 5. Another one is the Costa Coffee Mocha Italia Signature Blend, and this one was a really nasty, I think, clove sort of robusta. It smells and tastes like a sort of dentist surgery. I really did not like this coffee at all, and that one scored a 2 out of 5, so that's probably the worst coffee. Is that? Yeah, it's a lower score than the Aldi coffee. So next we have the Cafe Box Augustin Trujillo Colombian coffee beans, and this one was another really clean and fresh, naturally sweet, a real quality coffee, this one. Really enjoyed drinking that one, and that one scored a 4.25 out of 5 too. Next we had the Columbia Coffee Roasters, and this one was kindly sent in by viewer Brian for me to review. And this one was It really had a fantastic aroma, this one. Really wonderful aroma, but the taste just didn't match it. So my expectations from the aroma were really high with this one, and I was a little bit let down by it taste wise. And that one scored a 3.5 out of 5. And the next one is another one from Cafe Box, and this one was the double A Gitchatfani. Yeah, I did have trouble saying that in the review, but this is the Kenyan coffee beans, and this one it had a really unusual taste that got some. It took some getting used to, this coffee at first. It really did have a quite distinct and unusual taste for a Kenyan coffee, and that one scored a 4 out of 5. And we did have these coffee pods, Cacao Superior. I really did like the beans of these, but the coffee pods were a little bit disappointing, a little bit stale tasting, and really there was no comparison with the beans. I'd say every time go for the beans of these rather than the pods. And lastly, the Black Farmer Eco Roast coffee beans, a taste of the Caribbean. This was Costa Rican, Dominican Republic and Cuban coffee beans, and this was another one that was kindly sent in by viewer Brian. And this one, really another quite disappointing coffees. Really, you'd really think that a sort of box of these would sort of showcase the best of the coffees of those regions, but I just found them all very average coffees, nothing really out of this world, and a little bit bland. And I think they scored between 3.25 and 3.5 between them. So that is it, and I haven't really got a standout coffee this month that I can award coffee of the month to, but because the standard of the 3 coffees that I had to review from the Barn Coffee Roasters in Berlin was so high, I'll give my coffee of the month to the Barn Coffee Roasters, because, as I say, they were all a very, very high standard of coffees. So I'd like to hear from anyone who's tried any of these coffees I've mentioned or tried this month. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments section below. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and if you want to see more coffee reviews in the future, subscribe to my channel. That was my coffee of the month for November. Thanks for watching. Bye for now. Oh, and Merry Christmas.